We are back here, 2024 Major League Paintball Lone Star Major. Second stop on the tour this season. Next up in this set, it's going to be Legion taking on AC Diesel. Legion sitting undefeated. Had some good wins yesterday, and then Diesel losing to Damage. They went undefeated yesterday, but lost the Damage in their first very close game. So their margin's looking pretty solid. And then Aftermath and Blastcamp also in this set. You see there, Diesel here on your screen. And getting production out of a lot of guys. Clint Johnson, Mark Johnson, doing damage in the middle. Yeah, no relation. But yeah, Clint was amazing yesterday. Insky had some really good looks on that D side. This is a crafty D side. And then in the snake with, BJ, Mouse. Mouse going to be taking the walk, though, here.
5-on-4 advantage for Red Legion. Diesel trapped in the pocket.
And here comes the release from Legion as they get Kirill Peridny up to the middle of the field. Ooh, was not able to pick up. Body getting into the snake.
Just like a second late, right? If he made that move a second earlier, he would have caught that fill, I think. Malloy getting in the snake for the Red Legion. J-Rab filling in behind him in that snake tower.
Yeah, Malloy's been relentless here in the snake for him, and Kirill doing such a good job up that middle. The starting five is ridiculous. Karslev, Sergey, and Justin Rabakov. Rabakov won a 1-on-4, 1-on-3 yesterday. It was ridiculous.
Diesel fills the corner as Sergey's eliminated from the center of the field. 4-on-4.
Body coming over to help out player in the snake for AC. Cody Mikowski.
Yeah, good fill from Cody. Gets out of the back center, gets in the snake tower, helps support Clint Johnson over there.
Baginski launched on that D side. He's alive.
Like to see Kirill reposition there in the center. They know where he's at.
One body advantage for Legion in better field position, though Baginski is all the way up into D3. But Malloy already passed the 50 in the snake. Kirill is at that 50-yard line wedge in the middle. Sorry, 4-on-4 situation because Sergey dropped.
Yep. Was an advantage earlier, but then when Sergey dropped, equalized it out.
So from that position that Malloy's at, doesn't really have the crossfield shot on D3. So good job of Baginski to get out of that treacherous spot, move up the field a bit.
Yeah, Diesel's got a player in that white tower, Matt, but he's living so far on the D side we can't even see him.
Yeah, Karslev is alive, but he's still kind of stuck in D1.
Yeah, and he's doing what most people don't do in that situation is once you get found there, most people are repositioning to a different angle, but he's just doubling down on that spot, just super confident in his gunfight that if Clint Johnson comes up, he's going to have the advantage. Justin Rabakov in the snake tower, communicating to his Druida corner, looking inside snake side. Kirill in that snake wing, looking snake side. Clint Johnson doing a great job for Diesel, communicating on where the bodies are, where the lanes are coming in. 4-on-4 here. These first match points are so important because they really kind of send the tempo for the match. If you're up, you get to play a little bit more.
Well, we saw this out of Diesel against Damage in the first one. Damage did take that one, but just calm and composed in these longer fights. Diesel not making very many mistakes, and obviously yesterday with how well they did.
Thank you, John. I couldn't see you.
But Legion wants to typically ramp up the aggression and play tons of points. So we'll see if Legion can hang with Diesel, if Diesel's going to play these longer points out. Still 4-on-4. Better field position now on the D side for Legion as they have moved Karslev into D3.
And Cody Mikowski with a great fill out to the snake corner.
Molloy's getting close, though.
Malloy now on Diesel's side of the field in their snake, shooting cross field. Clint Johnson here's his gun. He's trying to figure out where Malloy's at, what he can do, but Carson's... Diesel dropping that attacker, Baginski from the Druida side, Matt. And Malloy's releasing snake side. Oh, he doesn't get him.
Get out! Get out!
Oh. Malloy drawing a major there? Huh. Red Legion going to drop two players here. I think this is going to end up being a 1-on-1 off the penalty. Yeah, 1-on-1 here, Matty, with Mikowski attacking the corner.
Yeah, this
Cody
is
Mikowski.
Cody Mikowski's played a lot of these. Karslev typically not alive when it goes down to a 1-on-1 because he's their bowling ball. Oh, and he almost catches Karslev sleeping, so Cody going to go gun dominant. It's a big man in the snake.
Cody, one of the better gunfighters in the league, though.
Yeah, Cody's a 1-on-1 champ. We had the ultimate shootout, and he won that tournament, so I've seen him thrive in 1-on-1s not too long ago.
And this point was going all Russians until that penalty.
Yeah, I don't know if that penalty was warranted there.
Yeah, it didn't look like it to me for sure. Looked like bang, bang. And Malloy's not usually one of those guys who continues playing on after he gets shot.
Karslev with a big bite, but that's going to allow Cody to just coast in. So Cody winning this 1-on-1 battle here. A little too crafty. Cody Mikowski going to put this first point on the board, but Rich, like you were saying, that penalty just crushed the Russians.
And great game from Cody Mikowski, right? He started that point in the back center, transitioned to the tower, transitioned to the corner, was alive, understood where the bodies were, pushed down and then got the key kill.
It's really good for Diesel's future because they did struggle last year, struggled at the first event. Obviously, superstar roster, but they're playing longer points. They're not making many mistakes. They have offensive punch when they need it. They're winning these close moments. They're taking advantage of certain situations. So penalty comes up. Okay, Cody takes advantage. So it's just things are really starting to go Diesel's way. Yeah, I know they dropped that game against Damage, but that was still a 1-point loss against one of the best teams in the world.
Yep.
So things are definitely trending well for Diesel.
Yeah, they just got to keep it together, not be too hard on themselves, right? I think that's the biggest problem. Is they're so critical of themselves that they just just relax, play paintball. You're good at paintball, right? It's going to work out.
I am really excited to see this game here.
Yeah, this is the
Blastcamp.
kind of two up-and-coming teams, right? Aftermath and Blastcamp. Both young, both play every weekend. Both have a lot of upsides. 5 life for both teams. Both teams in his pocket. No one in the snake, no one in the Doritos.
Yeah, Aftermath has really emerged as a top team, top 4 at the last event, playing a ton of paintball. Blastcamp also playing a ton of paintball. Blastcamp looked really good in that first one, Todd.
Yeah, I mean, this morning, Blastcamp needed to come out here and have a good game. What was the final score of that one that they had against Uprising?
7-4.
7-4. Yeah, but that was a hard-fought game for them, right? But I think that game gave them some confidence. Aftermath, with the way that they played yesterday and then losing that heartbreaker, I think this is going to be a very exciting game here. I think Blastcamp has a little bit of momentum, and Aftermath has something to prove right now.
Yeah.
Castro gets his first kill inside.
And here comes the reposition. Oh, and they're going to get that kill inside. Castro gets that kill inside. Still a body in the middle, and a body just dipped into the snake here for Blastcamp. But Castro's way on their side of the field, putting a lot of pressure on them, trying to get creative to shoot him, and they do. That's a great job by, I believe, Soap in the middle. Oh, and they're going to get the snake got the kill inside, too.
Now 3-on-3, 5-on-3 to a 3-on-3, Matt, off of that. Huge playoff, Soap in the middle.
And La Papa here, now coming into Snake 2 for Blastcamp. 3 bodies left alive. They got Gladstone in the Dorito side can. He's looking over towards Snake side.
Yeah.
He's going to switch over. Cody Chong here in the Snake corner. La Papa looking to make a move. He's got Soap in the middle with him.
Soap and La Papa just outplayed Castro and was that
Trujillo.
Trujillo, yeah.
Yeah, like
Trujillo.
big brother, little brother stuff. Aftermath doing a good job of pushing up that D side now, though.
So La Papa in the snake controls it. No one in there with him. And if you did not watch games yesterday, unfamiliar with this layout, that back corner is inset. It's what we call a soft corner. You cannot control the forward movement from that back corner. He's going to go to the tower here for Aftermath. So La Papa in there. Oh, and La Papa getting clipped.
Yeah, that's a bad death there from the Poppy. He needs to stay alive there.
Soap still on the hunt. Let's see if Gladstone recognizes where Soap is.
Soap's getting a little bit loose over there. Wow.
Oh,
How did he do that?
he went and stitched up Grayson, staying alive on that side. Soap is getting really good, man.
He can
Soap
make-
is super fun to watch
that
play.
Dude is really good at paintball.
If he
He
can make
just got
this-
another one. He's about to get. Oh, and he gets lucky and doesn't get caught there. Man, Blastcamp is taking every opportunity here, right? Every time they go down a body, they get right back in this match off the play of La Papa and Soap.
Cody
2-on-1
Chong.
now. Yeah, Cody in a bad situation here.
Yeah.
Caught between 2 bodies.
Oof.
Hey,
Good
Soap
there.
deserves to skip in there and hit that buzzer, man. Good point. He got those first 2 easy early kills, right?
Yeah.
And then pushes into their side of the field, down on bodies, gets another 2 key kills. I don't know what they're paying that guy, Todd, but it's not enough.
They pay him in dirty dishes, Rich.
And hey, the hot dogs there are pretty good too. They got some nachos, amazing.
Yeah, so they're going to take the early lead here. But, man, that was Aftermath's point. They had
Yeah, they threw that
Castro
away.
on their side, and then Trujillo in the middle, and then both La Papa and Soap just outplayed those guys. Yeah, it was they were up on bodies. And
position.
And Castro needs to get it back for the team because that was his major that blew it for him in overtime. Now he knows that they let him. Because I told Grayson, hey, don't beat him up on the kid mentally too much because you're going to need Castro. And he's like, oh, now we told him, but we also told him he owes the team now.
Yeah, got to get that back. You make that mistake. Diesel 5 alive in the standard V breakout. They shoot 1 Red Legion player,
Oh, Kirill
Yeah,
switches
Kirill
over to that
putting it in the
Doritos.
but Diesel loses their back center player, Cody Mikowski. So 4-on-4, both teams in similar position. as Karslev gets out to the D corner, and Malloy, of course, gets into the snake one. Mouse also in the snake one for Diesel. Shoot a little bit of mud out of his barrel there.
4-on-4.
Similar field positions, should be a good point.
Jesse Stevens wraps just in time.
Gets 2.
Catch Karslev moving up that Dorito side, and then also gets Sergey.
Yeah, 4-on-2 advantage now for Diesel off Jesse Stevens getting those 2 kills. J-Rab somehow gets into the D corner. No, gets caught. 4-on-1. Diesel's going to win this point. Malloy all by himself in Snake 2, and Clint Johnson's going to make him pay.
Nice job. Good point across the board here for AC. Is that a perfect point?
Oh, no, here goes the penalty.
Ooh, they chased Mouse down?
Yeah.
Whoa, did Bodies already walk off too?
I think they've got one left to pull the flag.
Well, one of them walked off. They stopped Mouse, threw the penalty. They pointed at whoever that is in the back center, just chilling, hiding.
I think it's Clint Johnson.
Yeah, I think it's Clint too. But Jesse also hasn't been pulled, so Jesse's still alive. Clock is still ticking.
Red Legion's about to concede this point, I believe. Jesse Stevens coming up big there, going up that middle, wrapping the outside of Dorito, catching those 2 kills.
Yep.
Catching J-Rab on the fill. Great containment. Great point, Jesse Stevens.
Well, Todd, you talked about earlier with a Jesse specifically, when you get him up in the middle, what do we want him doing? Do we want him probing for kills, waiting to run that guy down, being more patient? What do you want? But I was saying, Jesse's a guy that plays off his emotion and plays in when he's playing on his toes and he's playing aggressively. So I don't want him to go up there and play timid. And sure enough, he has a big point for him right now.
All I want is for him to get better every point. And I think that's what we've seen out of him so far, because the first couple times he's up there, he's posted, he's waiting a little too long, right? Then he's up there, he's going back and forth a lot, trying to figure out where he wants to be. And now that one is a lot more instinctive, a lot more reactive, while just listening to what his teammates are telling him and trying to be in the right place at the right time to the best of his ability.
Jumping into point number 2 here, ASG Aftermath, the Blastcamp, see if Aftermath can get it back. They had that first point, but squandered the opportunity with a couple bad deaths. Soap going right back to the attack here, man. They're talking about guys that should just start in spots. Every team should just let Soap start at that 40-yard line, Hurts brick, because he's there every single point.
Yeah, and for being such a big dude, his primary bunker, seems very shootable, but he's making it there almost every time.
Now he's going to lose.
Aftermath.
Yeah, going to lose the first attacker over here on the Snake side, but they do get a body for Blastcamp into D3, but it is an advantage here for Aftermath. Good zone control for them here, at least on the Snake side. And LaPapa's been doing work for Blastcamp, so that's a big kill for Aftermath.
Oh, and look, Soap once again comes up over the top and shoots a body out of that Snake side temple.
Yeah, and he's putting so much pressure on Castro now that Castro's not going to be even try to fill the snake.
I think that's Mazurek in that temple.
Okay.
But Morris walking off for Aftermath. Blastcamp in the Dorito 3. Now getting 2 bodies in the middle. There comes Unger.
Yeah, 4-on-4. Better field position for Blastcamp. Aftermath spread across the back. Dorito 1, Dorito can, back center, and the Snake side tower. Blastcamp with 2 in the center 50, Dorito 3 in the Snake side tower.
Yeah, double dose of attackers up the middle of the field here for Blastcamp. Real good spot. You can see the angles there on your screen, what they're looking at, trapping Aftermath in those back spots.
So bounces back center.
Yeah, what a shot. Pop up over the top. One balled him right in the arm.
Yeah, Soap's one of those guys that I'm starting to recognize that he's real accurate on his first engagement on his snapshot, and he's got great timing, so he counterpunches well, he attacks well. He's kind of that perfect package of the type of player you want up the middle of the field.
Yeah, and he's fearless. He'll go again. He'll take the bonus balls, right? He'll take the pain and just keep coming at you.
Blastcamp gets out to the Snake corner, looking inside. That's a good fill out there. Aftermath with nobody Snake side except Snake tower.
Kind of some Chris Lasoya-esque qualities.
Kind of reminded me of A-Rod a little bit, too.
Yeah. Unger's wilding out over there in the Dorito side wedge. Jumping up over the top, looking for that kill on Mazurek in the Snake Tower.
Yeah, they're making it really tough here for Aftermath. Aftermath keeps going back and forth and trying to find ways to gunfight out of these pocketed up positions. They do have one body out wide on that D side, but this is a pretty decent control, especially if they can get this body up in the Snake here for Blastcamp. So,
and I don't think they knew I don't think they know he's in there yet.
Jackson Frey now up into snake. Yeah, maybe not Rich because
good timing.
Jackson continuing to crawl up here past the 50-yard line, getting in the mix.
Jackson finally got rid of those 2003 pants, and got some movers on now up here in the snake. Looking on the inside.
That kill out of back center.
Body coming out of that back center for Aftermath.
4-on-3 advantage now for Blastcamp. 4-on-2 advantage now, Blastcamp. 4-on-1 advantage, Blastcamp.
And Soap with the
some style points.
the sprinkler shot.
At the end there, don't do that. You're going to shoot my refs.
You hear that? At the end there, don't do that. You're going to shoot my refs.
I mean, was the guy alive?
I'd be like, hey, can I get a benefit of the doubt? Like, let me shoot the ref maybe once or twice first before, No, just going to warn me like that? Okay.
Yeah.
I just want the guys to play with the swagger because, one, it's fun to watch, and it also helps those guys out too. Get that energy going.
For sure. Hey, whatever you got to do, man.
So Aftermath, no answer so far yet, as Blastcamp did warm up in a win against Uprising, playing a ton of points too. So talk about getting a big warm-up. Played a lot of points in that one.
Yeah.
A lot of looks, right?
Well, Russian Legion's got Diesel right where they want him.
Oh, bad start. Yeah, Krill got his gun up too soon, and the ref called him on it. Yeah, that almost was a really good start for him, but they got caught.
Mouse did the exact same thing. He turned around and had to go back and touch up again.
Yeah, 4-on-3 advantage here for Diesel. As Malloy takes the snake, J-Rab in the back center. Cars live in the D-can, now getting out to D1. Diesel with D-can, center tower, back center.
Oh, Malloy was stuck in the mud. He had a full core sample. He might want to check that one before he starts shooting.
He's
literally had the e-brake on.
Pump those brakes. Cody Mikowski in back center. Diesel moving up from Drito 1, Drito 2.
Alex Goldman finds himself in that South Electronics bunker, looking across the field.
Yeah, it looks
As
like
he
cars
turned around. He got a bad start. And I was like, oh, that guy died. I guess I'll go there.
You get to see on your screen that Karslev trying to gunfight out of that that D1. So 8C has been a little bit more aggressive on that D side, which is kind of puzzling because Karslev was relentless over there in yesterday.
Malloy's still trying to shoot out the core sample.
Diesel winning the break, right? They win the break. They control the momentum. And, being down bodies, trying to fight back. You don't want to throw that body away and make it tougher on yourself. But, continuing to push down the snake. Malloy is now past the 50. And how many bodies does Diesel have? Yeah, back center.
Then we got
the tower, the Dorito.
Yeah, one body on the Dorito side. Cody Mikowski's going to fill out. Might just be 2 left alive, maybe 3.
Great fill out to the corner there from Cody Mikowski.
Oh, Malloy's hunting for it. Doesn't know. I mean, he probably knows that Cody's out there. Maybe not.
He's shooting at Mouse right now as he goes forward.
He's tucked in, though.
He shot Mouse.
Right.
J-Rob was yelling the 5 from Malloy, letting him know the corner was hot.
Cody Mikowski tries to launch a trade out with Malloy, and he does. And then Mouse had come off from that nice inside the shot, so it's still 1 body left alive. Not any longer, though, for Diesel, as Baginski was the last player left alive, so it was a 2-on-1.
That was a kind of a crazy point.
Yeah, it was. But then this is what Legion needed, though. And a little bit of a longer point, too, so a little under 7 to play. 1-2 will be the score. J-Ra hitting that buzzer, putting Legion on the board finally.
Diesel doing a good job of getting Kirill off the field early. I know he did leave early that last one right there, but Kirill's the guy that starts the offense for those guys, right? He's picking his spot on the box. He's either launching up to one of the wings in that center structure, making people look at him, really committing to the side that he wants to go, and then Malloy and Karslev doing a good job of filling out behind him.
It just seems that yesterday Karslev was a little quicker to go on the D side than it is today.
He went on the break a lot more yesterday.
Yeah. And taking some big bites. But maybe, Legion just trying to throw a little bit of curveballs out there, make them less scoutable. Because if they keep running Karslev, eventually guys are going to find a way to shoot that angle.
Well, and if he's able to secondary out there, right, why not keep him alive on the break and not have him run through that gap? Aftermath gets to the snake corner. 5-on-5. Good breakout for both teams. Similar positions. Aftermath first to attack up the center. Soap matches by going to the wing snake side. Blastcamp does get out the D1 corner. Love it. Love this matchup of these two young up-and-coming teams here. Very similar in their development, right?
Yeah, more success for Aftermath.
Yep.
But, yeah, the way that Blastcamp's developing and how they're looking. Oh, Cyclops out of that tower, though, so a little bit of a tough death with a 2-point lead. Aftermath in good positions here, 5-on-4 situation. They have that center early and getting into Snake 2 with 3 bodies behind them.
Yeah, if I was Aftermath, one of the adjustments I would make is I would have somebody hunting for Soap, right? I'd be like, listen, you're going to go to the Hertz bunker. You're going to listen to us. We're going to tell you which way he's looking. Go on the opposite side and get that dude off the field.
Well, it's Trujillo up there right now, up at that Hertz 40-yard line brick. Castro is going to crawl up past the 50 again. But
Castro is really hard to stop in practice, too. He's in there a
tiny
lot.
and fast.
You know, but he knows his job. Oh, look at Soap. Going to try and get the drop on him from here. Does Trujillo know where Soap is?
I mean, he's got to hear that gun. Soap has been blasting at Castro. So Trujillo maybe just not sensitive enough with the ears to hear that gun, and they're going to trade out. So he eventually went and got his man.
But Soap got 2, right?
Yep. So again, we'll take that 2-for-1 trade every day.
Yeah, that's guaranteed.
Twice on Sunday. So on that little bit of chaos, so they're trying to figure out a way to shoot Soap. Blastcamp able to get a body out wide here, Snake side. They still have that South Electronics bunker, and then also still with D3. So it's a 3-on-3 situation in what was a 5-on-4 situation.
D1 going to D2 over there for Aftermath.
Cody Chong thinking about coming into the Snake for Aftermath.
Yeah. At some point, he has to either go to that corner or go to that Snake. Is that Grayson in the center? South Electronics bunker, shutting down the D side for Aftermath.
No, that's not Grayson.
Grayson's in the Dorito.
Okay. Good spread. Good columns for both teams.
Yeah, I mean, the ball's in Aftermath's court right now because they're down to time ticking off the clock.
For sure.
Blastcamp with this
And I think
2-point
it's Cody,
lead.
right?
Woodruff.
Yeah. To get into, hey, he's got the ball to go into the Snake or into the corner.
Grayson, I think that's Jordan, but Grayson goes all the way up into D3. And that's going to help the rest of his boys, too, because the farther that Grayson gets up in there, the more that Blastcamp's going to have to worry about him. But if he gets close enough, eventually he might get ran down. Blastcamp has that body in D3.
You see Cody just trying to keep that Blastcamp player in Dorito 3 from going anywhere, trying to give Grayson some room to operate because he wants to focus on that number 4 spot right there, the South Electronics tower for Blastcamp. If he can get him out, that kind of open up the side of the field for Aftermath. But dug in right now, like you said, with the lead, Blastcamp doesn't have to force anything. Aftermath's going to have to make a move, win a gunfight.
And I'm looking at 2 Aftermath packs, and they're both empty.
I think Cody's got a pod,
Okay.
and then Grayson's got maybe 2
Half
clips.
Half hopper. Oh, okay. I thought I saw his whole pack empty. I was like, man, those guys are going to have to start moving up the field
They're,
taking bullets.
they're getting low, Rich. They're
Yeah.
definitely getting low.
But Jackson's over here in the Snake corner, you know, and he's dug in. He doesn't have to go anywhere.
No, and there's Grayson gets caught from Dorito 3 there, down the tape. So
Yep,
2-on-3 advantage. Now they fill out to the Snake corner. That move would have been a little bit better when it was a 3-on-3.
I think that's Chong.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's... So, yeah.
And
this
again,
is a-
down by 2, right? You might just have to concede this if your guys don't start engaging.
Chong and Woodruff still alive. Death of Grayson. Got to maybe think about conceding. 4:19 left. And if you're Blastcamp, just chill.
Just
you have
don't
a
make a
2-point
mistake.
lead. Those 2 still have to eventually come and attack you. Blastcamp put up a decent score in their win against Uprising. And did they get blown out? No, lost by 2 to Heat. And then by 3 to Revos. So they were sitting at a -5 heading in. Won by 4. Yeah, man. I mean, for Blastcamp, it's like win and have a +2-3. And I think they maybe should be okay in making their first Sunday. We will see.
That'd
Depends on
be
what
huge
everyone
for
says.
Blastcamp's
Right? That would be huge.
confidence, you know.
And they're playing again. Aftermath took 4th at the last event, 7th at World Cup.
Second pro event, that would be huge, man. Especially because it's not like they brought in a bunch of pro guys and to fill out their roster. It's the same crew of guys, and they're just doing the work.
This third point is important, though, for Blastcamp. I mean, ideally, best case, maybe Blastcamp would be a 4-0 win. But I don't know if Blastcamp let 3 minutes and 20 seconds, that's not going to happen. But if it does end up this way, I don't know if that's going to be enough. I think they need that third point. Still got a lot of paintball to play, so it's going to be tough to tell. Cody Chong cutting through the inside.
I like that Cody's trying to win this point, right? Because they're down by 2, right? Either go try to win it or just get off the field.
One way I was talking about in this situation, if you're the coach right now and it's 2 versus 3, you're hoping your guys do something. Like, take it out of my hands.
You don't want to hit that buzzer.
If you hide in your spot, I'm gonna concede.
100%, Matt. And Blastcamp is just staying alive, not even shooting their guns, just using their eyes to watch the gaps.
Cody Chong with the big attempt on the outside. Hey, at least trying to make something happen. Off of that, they're going to let it ride with Cody Woodruff, and he comes all the way out. Did another body come off? It did not. So it's a 3-on-1 situation. You might as well concede this point. There's 2:30 left.
And this is what we were talking about yesterday, right? If you see your buddy go, you got to go forward at the same time. Everybody looked at him, okay? If he splits that middle right there, maybe shoots Unger in the back or bunkers that snake out, because they didn't know where Cody Chong came from. The guy just popped up in the Dorito side, right? Hey, if he's going to swing that way, then you got to swing this way. You got to try and make something happen. You can't wait.
Could make a strong argument that as soon as Grayson died, they should have conceded that point. Because the same thing happened. You're now down by 3, and instead you've now squandered about a minute. So now they have to score 3 points just to tie, which means low percentage plays because you're going to be playing hyper aggressive.
And forcing your guys into bad situations, right?
Yeah.
Trying to force them to win a 2-on-3, win a 1-on-3.
I love that they gave their boys a chance. But the problem is that that's a 2-on-3 is a really low percentage play still.
Long-term goals, short-term goals, right?
Yeah, and you destroy your point spread.
Yeah.
See what Diesel's got. Diesel with Mark Johnson right to the center 50. 5-on-5 breakout here, guys. Yep, 5-on-5 for both teams. Both teams with a player up the center 50. Malloy makes the first move into the snake. J-Rab fills in behind him. Nice fill from J-Rab. A little bit of an advantage here for the Red Legion.
Yeah, now answering. ACDs are going to crawl a body up. They still have 2 bodies attacking in the middle. Battle about to go down in the center with Kirill and Johnson.
Mouse gets in the snake.
So Kirill just opened up. They definitely heard that gun. Oh, but Clint shot on a switch. Mark Johnson hears that gun, and he's going to wrap around, blow up the back of Kirill, and stay alive. Beautiful move by Mark Johnson. Let's see if he can produce another kill off of this. Malloy's right in front of him at Snake 2.
4-on-3 advantage here, or 4-on-4 advantage. 4-on-4.
Man, that middle is brutal.
Ugh.
You go from hero to 0 with the quickness.
I think J-Rab knows where Mark is and is hunting for him.
So Mark's going to commit. He ends up getting shot as Malloy had switched around. Another body did not come off, but no one really played off of that move from Johnson.
What Todd was just talking about, right?
Yeah.
Seeing the move and then taking advantage of it. When all the guns are on him, there's a gap, right? You go through that gap.
But man, J-Rab, the reason why J-Rab, is a future Hall of Famer over here, because he's had some of the greatest spidey senses of all time, right? I mean, good communication, knew where it was, but he's always able to dodge those close interactions, right? Like keep his body alive. Somebody's coming to get him, get the elimination, and stay alive.
And stay alive,
And
right?
now he's all the way back into his original spot where he needed to be.
To support Malloy, right? He's
Right?
a complete player, right?
He's just so smart, so good.
Well, and you heard him when he was talking to McDermott yesterday. Like, listen, I knew where everybody was at and what everybody was doing. And if you have all that information, you have the opportunity to be an amazing player, right? Yeah. Really hard to do if you don't know where the bodies are or what's going on.
So now Malloy's in Snake 4. It's a 4-on-3 situation in favor of Legion.
Sergey now moving into that South Electronics bunker, putting pressure on the D side for the Red Legion. Kirill still up in the middle, creating the chaos. Sergey joins him, so 2 now up in the middle. Oh, no, we lost Kirill, right?
Yes, Kirill got stabbed by Mark Johnson.
Sorry. So just Sergey up in the middle now. He's looking D side.
Yeah, Sergey wrapping around, looking towards that D side, trying to put a shot on it. I think that's Baginski, back corner bunker.
Mouse is getting a lot of pressure on him. He wants to go forward, but they're just riddling the inside of that bunker.
Cody Mikowski mirrored up with J-Rab, thought about making a move.
Yeah, like he was going to jump in there with Mouse.
So you got Karslev and Sergey over there, basically at the 50 Dorito and the 50 Dorito wedge. Sergey's going to jump in the middle into the giant yellow Hertz bunker and look Dorito way.
Legion's putting themselves in a really good spot to tie this one up.
Yep.
Because Cody's been just living on the razor's edge over here in this tower for a while.
Yeah, he's getting a lot of pressure from Karslev. And, you know, we still got Malloy and J-Rab over here. J-Rab, he did this really well last event, right? Get Malloy up there, get his face in the dirt, and then he just comes in behind him in the snake and shoots people in the loader.
Referee going to run in and check out Baginski in that back corner bunker. Looks like he's good to go, but finally Cody getting pinched out of that tower.
Well, Red Legion's got 3 players on Diesel's side of the field, so those bunkers are going to start getting real small real fast, Matty.
Oh, Mouse gets a kill on Karslev.
But they lose the corner. 3-on-1 now with just Mouse alive for Diesel.
And they're going to save him the pain, concede the point. It's going to be a tie game with 3-9 left to go.
And this is turning into a good match.
Yeah. Yeah, and the Russians, this is how they want to play, right? All gas, all the time. This one right here, though, Blastcamp with the 3-0 lead against Aftermath. Are we going to see that crash come from Aftermath, or are they going to, you know, just try and see if they can get a kill and then work it slowly? I mean, they're sending in the second line, but with a little bit of change. They're sending in Jordan for Woodruff, but they do have Castro, Morris, Trujillo, and Grayson.
Yeah, and this is when I'm wondering if they're going to stick with that the same lines, right? So on the breakout, Soap getting all the way up into the 50-yard line here. I like that. Again, throwing offensive looks in a potentially defensive situation. With Soap up in that spot, they have to deal with him, and he gets a shot on Morris. Trujillo's still alive up there. They lose Grayson early, so just 3 bodies left alive right now. Trying to make something happen. Down some points. Trujillo's going to run up and maybe trade out with the Snake 4 or D4 player. No, doesn't. So Blastcamp is in full control in the middle and on that D side.
I think it's a 5-on-2 or 5-on-3 already, Matty. I believe it's, yeah, Blastcamp's won this point.
Yeah, looking dire.
Yeah, that was a fast point for Aftermath to fall apart there.
And they're not conceding the point, probably because they're worried about that spread. Oh, Blastcamp, did they just a little friendly fire? Oh, I missed them.
It's like, guys, come on, same team.
So Blastcamp with a win will go 3-1, right?
No, 2-1, because they lost to Heat yesterday and they lost to Revo yesterday.
Oh, they lost to Revo. That's right.
So 2-2.
So and then they beat Uprising by 3, I think. So this, yeah, it's getting close on the margin. One more, I think, will be good for them.
Yeah.
Give them a really good chance of making Sunday. If it stays this way, they'll be right on that edge. 2-2 with like a +1, +2.
Okay.
Right on that New York extreme, you know, from 2022. Going 2-2 up here. Well, we're 2-2 +1, so maybe, maybe not. I don't know. I'm gonna have to watch the rest of the day's competition, biting my nails. If you're, you know, it's just be the way it is. But that's just how it is. There's 20 teams out here. 10 teams move on, and if you do go 2-2 and barely skate into Sunday, you're going to be playing in a wild card round, and you got to win 4 games to win the tournament. Now that has happened a few times. Definitely doable, but it's difficult.
Diesel with Snake on the break. Mouse makes it in there, no problem. Referee's checking, but he is okay. They do lose. Is that Jesse Stevens?
Yep.
Yeah, Jesse trying to go up the gut where he's so effective. Red Legion with 2 players up the gut. Malloy in the Snake, J-Rab following him up. Ref needs to make that call or not make that call. I can't just bird dog those players in the Snake like that. 4-on-5 advantage here for the Red Legion with 2 players up the middle, 2 in the back, and Malloy in the Snake. Diesel with 2, 3, 4 and Snake 1. Kind of in a defensive position there.
Yeah, and Legion, body language, man, they are locked into these gunfights, wrapping around, snap shooting, really getting after it. D's a little more tucked in, playing on their heels here, trying to just hold the line. And again, it's a tie ball game, but the more proactive team currently here is Legion.
Yeah, I like Kirill and Sergey up in those 2 wings crossed up like that. That's powerful.
I got the far one at him.
They can kind of control the whole field from there. At the same time, Karslev attacks from Drita 1 to Drita 3. Malloy goes from Snake 2 to Snake 4. Red Legion now with 4 players on the 45 to slash 50-yard line.
Yeah, it's just J-Rab behind as the safety valve after this attack starts with 2 minutes to go.
J-Rab going to fill back over all the way to the Dorito. Thought that he could get some kills out of that Dorito, too.
AC just filled out to the back corner bunker Snake side as J-Rab pushes all the way up into D3 to get behind Karslev.
They know they're putting so much pressure on that can now that the can's completely leaning forward, not shooting his gun, just trying to stay alive in that drill can for Diesel.
Kirill has committed. Kirill's past the 50-yard line, in the middle of the field at that little mini wall. And then Karslev and J-Rab really, I mean, they're putting a ton of pressure here on AC. Yeah, this is a really well-executed game plan with offensive-minded attacks that's really starting to pay some dividends here for Legion as we're closing this one out. Might be still in this win.
Yeah, 5-on-3 advantage here for Red Legion with all 5 of their players either at the 45 or past it.
Well, we always say it, man. If you're going to play defense, you got to make your shots.
Yeah.
And AC is not making their shots right now. They haven't shot anybody.
Yeah, they're just not in position to do so, right?
Yeah, that's a perfect point from Legion. That was like absolutely perfectly executed
Just
point.
pressure, 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 no mistakes.
No one died. They made all the spots, nice secondaries, coordinated attacks. AC could get no offense going, but all of a sudden they blink their eyes a couple times, and Legion's in every single 50-yard line bunker, and they're getting taken out of those spots. So it was a perfect point for Legion. They're going to take a 1-point lead barely any time. So now Diesel is going to be forced into a reckless attack moment here.
They got the wheels.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, who you sent? Clint Johnson, right?
Yeah.
Hey, go to both corners with your speed, draw the guns outside, and send Clint to the middle.
Well, they sent Jesse up the middle right there, that last point, but with Kirill and Sergey charging that middle, they were able to shoot him on the break. So with everybody else being on the back line, I mean, Mouse was in Snake 1, but, you know, getting 2 bodies alive up there in that middle and killing Jesse Stevens, it just gives the free runs to everybody else, right? Karslev, he's putting the pressure on that Dorito side. Malloy's here in the Snake. And, you know, Malloy's not doing anything crazy when he doesn't have to, right? He's just being alive, watching that wire, getting up the field, making them worry about him, but keeping Mouse from going anywhere over here on the Snake side. And, you know, if Diesel's going to go short over there on that Dorito side, then Karslev's going to eat him up.
And so this Blastcamp Aftermath match, it has been all Blastcamp. What a big statement to the league here, playing the 4th-ranked team heading into this event. There's so few mistakes from Blastcamp. Soap's been an all-star up that middle. LaPapa, solid here in the Snake, and kind of getting everyone to contribute. But Soap's really kind of setting the tempo and the pace up the middle of the field.
I think he's playing up as well or better than anybody else.
Anybody, totally agree, in the entire league right now.
100%. Aftermath dropping 1 on the break mat on the Snake side, but they get out to the D corner. 4-on-5 advantage here for Blastcamp. Soap gets that kill up the middle, of course. 3-on-5 advantage now.
Yeah, Morris tried to answer, but just great zone control from Blastcamp. Didn't let Morris get any ground. They're going to get another kill, and Aftermath trying to get out on that D side.
5-on-2 advantage here for Blastcamp. Everything going right so far here in this match for them.
Yeah. Soap definitely playing really well up the middle, but I think the difference between yesterday and today for Blastcamp is their outside guys aren't dying so early.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that was kind of the issue yesterday is, you know, Soap was up there in the middle, but then the guy in the Snake Tower, the guy in the Dorito can, those guys were just dying super early.
Blastcamp is, well, they're running up the field. They really want this spread. So it's interesting because at the beginning of the game, Aftermath's pushing the issue and doing okay in the Snake, but making some mistakes. But Blastcamp's winning the battle in the middle. They're shooting more bodies on the break. ASG's not attacking the Snake as much as they were before, and they're also starting to lose that battle on the D side. So, and that's why they haven't been able to put a point up yet. So Blastcamp, I mean, they're getting close, man. I think this might be enough margin. This is unofficial, but they got a decent chance. And, I mean, they're sitting 5th in their division. It's Aftermath. Aftermath's the #1 seed in this division. Blastcamp is the last seed in this division, and they are shutting out the #1 seed right now.
Yep.
Lots of upsets here at this event.
Yesterday, too, man.
It's interesting because, you know, off air when I'm walking around talking to leaders, you know, the Rich Telfords of teams and Todd Martinez, everyone's like, it's getting hard out here.
It's hard out here.
Yeah.
You can be doing everything right and still fail. And you're just like, dude, didn't I just do everything right? This was supposed to work. No. Scratch that. Start over.
Legion sends Malloy off the break into Snake 1. He's all the way out, leaning down wide. They're going to lose Kirill. And then on a delay, they're going to send Sergey up. Clint Johnson's going to come off for AC with 50 seconds left to go. So Legion throwing a couple haymakers here, even up a point to try to match the haymakers that Diesel's was trying to throw. They got Mark Johnson up in the middle, though, still alive, trying to make something happen here for Diesel here on your screen. He's going to roll up. He's going to come through, stitch up Sergey in the back. It costs him his body. And then off of that, So they're going to get a body out into D3 and up into Snake 4.
3-on-3, Maddie. Red Legion in a really good position to hold this point off. Malloy and Snake 1 looking inside. Karslev and D2 looking inside. That Snake Tower controlling both ways with J-Rab. Mouse up over the top. I'd like to see that.
Yep, J-Rab and Malloy over here on the Snake side just trying to live.
7 seconds left to go. I don't think they're going to be able to crack through this line here.
Karslev is on their side of the field now. Karslev attacking.
And Mouse is still alive in his spot as time expires. That's puzzling, as they only lose by 1. And that's going to send Diesel's record to 2-2. Might have enough spread, maybe, though, because they kept this one close. So maybe that's like, hey, let's try to win this one, but under no circumstance, if it looks like we're losing the point, give up the 2-point spread here.
Look, they're coming off the last event where they went 0-4, right? So 2-2, whether they go on or not, that's improvement, right? And that's all they need in that program.
Yeah.
Just progression, right? Just forward progression. Every event, play a little bit better, and pretty soon you guys will be the best.
The Legion. Still one more game to play, and it's going to be against an Infamous team that has nothing to lose. That could be a 20-point game because Infamous they got nothing to lose. They're 0-3, so they're going to be running at them.
No pressure.
Yeah, that legit could be like a 16 or 17-point game. Who knows?
They like to play paintball.
Just 33 seconds left in this one. Blastcamp trying to put the finishing touches on a Mercy Rule victory.
Aftermath losing their first play on the D side. Taking a little time to come out. 5-on-4 advantage here for Blastcamp. Looks like both of these teams are just going to let this time go.
Blastcamp just hammering the guns. Here comes Trujillo. He's going to be the second death to walk off for Aftermath. 3 bodies alive.
Big bite on the D side for Blastcamp.
2,
All the way to D4.
1, game.
Wow, what a big statement from Blastcamp. 2 wins today. They had 2 losses yesterday, and it's tough to stay mentally focused and composed when you go 0-2 on day 1. But then they go in today, they beat Uprising by a decent amount, and then just put up a massive win. I think that's going to be enough on this spread. I think they're going to have enough to go 2-2 and get into Sunday.
Well deserved.
Well, I mean, I have to see what Heat and Revo do coming up here, but maybe catch a wild card. Maybe be 1 or 2. Really just depends on what happens. I have to do a little bit of math here. But so that is going to do it. Blastcamp taking the victory over Aftermath. And Legion taking the victory over Diesel. Next up is going to be Notorious versus Damage, Revo, and Uprising. Here 2024 Lone Star Major. Second stop on the tour. I'm Eddie Marshall with Todd Martinez and Rich Telford here on Go Sports. We'll be right back.